Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our all-new First Alert Weather Extra, streaming right here on WFSB Plus. We're doing this weekdays. Of course, if I have my monitor ready, I knew I was forgetting one thing to do. It's always a little something, right? Here we go. But yeah, we're starting this and doing this weekdays, 8 a.m. and then again at 9:30 at night. And so it allows us at least like almost up to 10 minutes worth of getting into some of the details that, we don't have as much time to get into when we are on television. So this is a perfect opportunity for that and a time for you can listen on in. So what we are talking about, of course, the big story is the fact that we have, the wind coupled with below average air. And so that means we are going to be feeling brutally cold the next 2 days. So no wonder we have that first alert weather day continuing. So those gusts 40 to 50 miles per hour. Gosh, we get up to like a 52 mile per hour gust, and I think it was Meriden, and we had like 50 down towards like Groton. Yeah, it was crazy. And the wind is really strong and never really calmed down much overnight. And to think it's only going to get stronger today. That's the live view out of Torrington. Again, this is as of 8 o'clock this morning. New Haven, the same kind of view, those gusty winds, and seems like the whole state should be under a wind advisory, but nonetheless, the Weather Service has decided to keep it for northern Litchfield County, points northward, basically focus across the highest terrain. But the wind gusts right now, the strongest 32 miles per hour in Willimantic, 28 in New Haven, and it makes it feel like it's in the single digits and teens. So not a pleasant feel at all. This is dangerous stuff. And so if you're going to be outdoors, you know what to do. Got to cover up your skin. And it certainly makes you hustle. I definitely have been moving a lot faster to try to get from my vehicle into whatever I'm going into, a building. But look at the wind speeds. They will get stronger. And as mentioned, 40 to maybe as much as 50 miles per hour, and it's still going to be a windy night. So if you have any evening plans going out and about, today's technically like my Friday. So yeah, when I go out this evening, I'll be once again hustling from my vehicle into whatever establishment I'm going into. And certainly those that like to walk outdoors, I'm not sure if you're doing it still, but if you are, it's painful when you have to face the wind. Your eyes will be tearing up, your nose will be running. It just doesn't sound great. I think if this is your New Year's resolution, you can wait a little bit or find some other way to get a little cardio. You can always go to a mall and walk around somewhere indoors. And, if you don't have a gym membership, as we take a look at the feels like trend tomorrow, it's going to be feeling pretty rough out there as well. Again, no change. That's why today, tomorrow, first alert weather days. So brutal feel, brutally strong winds. All right, the feels like trend. We like that. It goes upwards, so it gets better. It's not going to feel as bad. We can handle feeling in the 20s versus the single digits. And in terms of our snow situation, as you know, we've only seen just under 5 inches in the Hartford area, 1.7 in Bridgeport, and so the departure compared to normal continues to get larger. So over 10 inches now, below average. This has been the snow situation ever since I moved here to Connecticut. So we're going on the third winter now with below average snowfall. So back to the winter storm forecasting. Here we are. We are 3 to 4 days out. We're still, of course, watching, but we're able to tell you, is it looking more or less likely for a winter storm? So let's take a look at one of the two long-range models by later today. Actually, pretty soon we'll start to see some of those medium and short-range models coming into view. That only goes out, some of them 84 hours out, so we have to wait for that. But nonetheless, we have this low-pressure system, a weaker low up across the Great Lakes region, and then we'll have the main, Gulf low down towards the Gulf of Mexico. That's the current name right now. And so what we look at as meteorologists, do these two systems phase together? Because if the phasing process happens, you get a big winter storm. If it doesn't, well, you don't get a big winter storm here. So nonetheless, they don't phase. Certainly that upper level system will start to weaken, but that's going to help spread snow in our direction. going into Saturday morning. Now, when I was looking at the data last night, because I can't help but stay up too late just to see some of the latest model runs, because I'm obsessed with snow and forecasting it, but it was looking like that air right at the surface was pretty dry. So even though, it might show the snow in the clouds or on this, particular model, it may take a little bit to reach the ground. So you got that going against the morning. And then as we get in the afternoon, that low, it just never quite, gets strong enough. I mean, the track of it's not awful, but it's just not strong enough to produce all that snow up across the Northeast. So yeah, we've got a short duration event in terms of our snow possibility. Both models agree that chance for light snow expanding across New England in the morning hours. We compare the models, and then noon still ongoing according to the American model. The European says, I'm petering out. Of course, both of these models, you're looking at, not the newest runs. It's still going to take, a couple more hours for that new data to come in. So definitely watch us on the news at noon, and then 12:30 on WFSB Plus and the WAX, because, we'll have new data to share with you and see how things have been, trending. Certainly looking quiet by the time we get to the evening hours on Saturday. So the accumulation right now is pretty pitiful for snow lovers. This might be, coating material. We'll see how things pan out. And we'll be producing a snowfall forecast as we get a little bit closer. But for now, it's looking like just light snow for Saturday for the front part of the day. So the big story in the short term is the wind, the below average temperatures, highs in the 20s, making it feel like it's in the single digits and teens the next 2 days. And then we're back to normal with temperatures and staying that way going into early next week. And again, just that little minor chance of a little bit of snow as we head into the front part of the day on Saturday. And we'll continue to update you on that forecast. So thanks again for joining our all-new First Alert Weather Extra. Again, streaming right here on WFSB Plus. You can find us on Roku, Apple TV, Fire TV. Just more ways to stay ahead of the weather. So again, join us every morning at 8 o'clock. And again, every evening during the week at 9:30 p.m. for the First Alert Weather Extra. Take care, everyone, and stay warm.